Hi everyone, welcome to Splace, where I review and analyze movies and TV shows. Today, I'm going to talk about a sci-fi movie called Rebel Moon. Part 1, A Child of Fire, which is the first part of a planned trilogy directed by Zack Snyder, the filmmaker behind 300, Man of Steel, and Army of the Dead. The movie follows Korra, a former soldier of the Motherworld, an interstellar empire that conquers and oppresses other planets. She joins a group of rebels and warriors who try to defend a small farming colony on the moon of Velt from the Motherworld's attack. I'll give you a brief overview of the plot, the characters, and the themes, and then I'll share my thoughts on the movie's strengths and weaknesses. Let's get started. The movie begins on the moon of Velt, where a peaceful village is visited by Belisarius, the regent of the Motherworld and the leader of its military, the Imperium. He demands that the villagers pay tribute to the Motherworld in the form of grain, but the village leader, Sindri, refuses, saying they barely have enough to survive. Belisarius kills Sindri and orders the villagers to prepare enough grain for him in 10 weeks, or else he will destroy the village. He leaves behind a few soldiers to oversee the harvest. One of the villagers, Korra, is a former Imperium soldier who deserted after witnessing the atrocities committed by the Motherworld. She is also the secret daughter of the former emperor, who was assassinated by Belisarius along with the rest of the royal family. She kills the soldiers who try to villager and warns the others that Belisarius will come back to massacre them. She convinces another villager, Gunnar, to join her in finding help from other rebels and warriors. They leave the village and head to the port town of Providence. There, they meet Kai, a smuggler and criminal who agrees to take them to Titus, a disgraced Imperium general who was betrayed by Belisarius and lost his men. Along the way, they also recruit Tarek, a beast tamer who controls a giant lizard, and Nemesis, a cybernetic swordswoman who has a grudge against the Motherworld. They find Titus on a remote moon, where he is drinking and wallowing in self-pity. Korra manages to persuade him to join their cause, reminding him of his duty and honor. The group then travels to the planet Charon, where they meet the Blood Axe siblings, Devra and Darien, who lead a rebel faction against the Motherworld. Devra agrees to help them defend the village, while Darien thinks it's a hopeless and futile mission. He warns them that Belisarius has a powerful dreadnought called the Scargiver, which can obliterate entire planets. The group leaves Charon with a few rebels, but soon after, Belisarius arrives and wipes out the planet as a punishment. Meanwhile, Kai reveals to Korra that he has been touched by her quest and wants to leave his criminal life behind. He says he has one last shipment to deliver and takes the group to a trading post. However, it turns out to be a trap, as Kai betrays them to Belisarius, who has arrived with his dreadnought. Kai tells them that he was working for Belisarius all along and that he wanted to capture them for the bounties on their heads. Belisarius recognizes Korra as Arthale, a wanted deserter and fugitive. He also reveals that he knows her true identity. She is the daughter of the former emperor, and the key to unlocking a secret weapon that will make him the supreme ruler of the galaxy. He plans to use her blood to activate the Scargiver, a device that can create a black hole and destroy everything in its path. Belisarius orders Kai to paralyze Korra, but Gunnar intervenes and kills Kai. He frees Korra and the others, and they fight their way out of the trading post. They manage to escape on their ship, but Belisarius follows them with his dreadnought. A space battle ensues, with the rebels and the warriors trying to destroy the Scargiver. Devra sacrifices herself to damage the dreadnought's shields, while Titus leads a boarding party to infiltrate the ship. He confronts Belisarius and wounds him in a duel, but not before Belisarius activates the Scargiver. Titus escapes with the others, and they return to Velt, where they are welcomed by the villagers as heroes. The movie ends with a twist, as Belisarius's corpse is recovered by the Motherworld forces, and he is revived by Issa, his daughter, and the former princess of the Motherworld. She contacts him on an astral plane and tells him that she faked her death during the assassination of the royal family, and that she has been secretly working with him to overthrow the empire and create a new order. She also reveals that she has a backup plan to use the Scargiver, and that she needs Korra alive to activate it. She orders Belisarius to end the rebellion and bring Korra to her, so she can use her blood to unleash the Scargiver's full power. The movie ends with Belisarius swearing loyalty to Issa, and Korra looking at the stars, unaware of the danger that awaits her. That was the plot summary of Rebel Moon, a movie that I found to be very exciting and captivating, but also familiar and predictable. Let me tell you what I liked and disliked about the movie. First of all, I liked the action scenes, which were well choreographed and thrilling. The movie had a lot of variety in its action, from hand-to-hand combat, to sword fights, to gun battles, to space battles. The movie also had some impressive visual effects, especially for the Scargiver, which looked terrifying and powerful. The movie also had some good sound design and music, which added to the atmosphere and tension of the scenes. However, I also disliked some aspects of the movie, which were disappointing and unoriginal. First of all, I disliked the plot, which was predictable and cliched. The movie had a lot of tropes and stereotypes, such as the evil empire, the ragtag rebels, the reluctant hero, the traitorous ally, the hidden princess, the Dark Lord, the secret weapon, etc. The movie also had a lot of plot holes and inconsistencies, such as how Belisarius knew Korra's identity, how Issa survived the assassination, how the rebels managed to infiltrate the dreadnought, etc. The movie also had a lot of deus ex machina and coincidences, such as how Korra and Gunnar met Kai, how Tarek and Nemesis joined them, how Devra damaged the dreadnought's shields, how Titus wounded Belisarius, etc. The movie also had a lot of exposition and dialogue, which slowed down the pace and reduced the impact of the scenes. Secondly, I disliked some of the characters, who were bland and annoying. Belisarius was a generic and boring villain who had no personality or motivation. He was also played by a mediocre actor who gave a hammy and over-the-top performance. Kai was a frustrating and unlikable character who had no redeeming qualities or development. He was also played by a wooden actor who gave a flat and uninspired performance. Devra and Darien were wasted and forgettable characters who had no relevance or influence on the plot. They were also played by unknown actors who gave a dull and amateurish performance. Thirdly, I disliked some of the themes, which were shallow and simplistic. The movie had a black and white morality where the Imperium was evil and the rebels were good, with no nuance or ambiguity. The movie also had a naive and unrealistic view of war, where the rebels always won and the Imperium always lost, with no casualties or consequences. The movie also had a cheesy and cliched message, where the power of love and friendship triumphed over the power of hate and fear, with no challenge or complexity. Overall, I think Rebel Moon is a movie that has some good elements, but more bad elements. It is a movie that is visually amazing, but very boring, but also flawed and unoriginal. It is a movie that is not worth watching or worth remembering. I would give it a rating of 5 out of 10 stars. That's it for plot summary and review. What did you think of the movie? Did you like it or dislike it? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.